What's up, everybody? Crazy Eights here with another Transformers Age of the Primes toy review. This time we're looking at the Rescue Bot Heatwave. So let's take a look at the packaging and then we'll get into the figure. So here's the Age of the Primes box. You got the plastic packaging, you have image of Heatwave in vehicle mode and in robot mode. Age of the Primes, Rescue Bot Heatwave, 29 steps to transform. This side you have the 3 of the 13 primes, 2 all are 1. He's a Voyager class. Here's a really good piece of artwork of him right here. Back of the box you have vehicle mode, robot mode, 29 steps. Not much going on here or here. Alright, that's the box. This Heatwave added the packaging. And right off the bat, yes, he is a bulkhead retool, recolor, all that stuff. There is one thing that you have to probably assemble. Yeah, you do. Kind of like bulkhead, how he has the canopy in the back. He also has something that's going to be attached to his back, which is these. It looks like a ladder. So out of the packaging, you just got to put the ladder on, plug it into the back. And now he's good to go. I think I put it on upside down now. Easy fix. All right, there you go. So here is how he's supposed to look once you get him out of the packaging. So let's take a quick look at the figure and the details. We'll start off with the head. He's wearing a helmet. Looks like a fireman helmet. Got some gold on there, or yellowish. He's got some light piping. Got a big chin. Autobot logo right here up top. Some lights as well going down. Front of the truck is his chest. Silvers and yellows. Here are his arms. Got some more lights on his wrists. Now I don't know anything about the figure. I never watched Rescue Bots, to be honest with you. So I know nothing about him. From the back, not pretty clean back. Of course, you know, if you have bulkhead, you know about this. The hollowness right here. But it doesn't really, you really can't really see it from the front. Going down. You can see a lot of bulkhead in this. Alright, let's take a look at his accessories. Besides the ladder that he comes with 2 translucent blue accessories. The first one is like a water gun, like a water hose type contraption that pegs onto his hand, and I'll show you how that looks. And then he also has an axe. So let's get him armed up with these. All right, so here they are. Him holding them. Decent. I mean, I wish the axe was a little longer, but I'm not really a fan of the translucent weapons like this. They're okay. And there's also weapon storage. So let me show that off too. And here is your weapon storage. They just clip onto a slot on the ladder. So you can have that going on as well. Not bad, but I think I would keep the axe back there if anything. And then have him hold a water gun. The water gun doesn't look right back there. It looks out of place. Axles look too bad. That's just my opinion. With some comparisons. Here he is with his mold mate, so to speak. Here he is with bulkhead. You can see the differences and the similarities. Pretty much it's the same frame. Definitely a different chest piece and head piece, back piece. Arms are different. The whole arm pieces are different. Legs are the same. Thighs are different. So there's a lot of retooling done on this figure. If you look at like his legs, the thighs on these are different. His arm is different along with his one. So there are some differences from the thighs on up. And here he is with his fellow rescue bot Chase, who was released in the Legacy United line, which is an okay figure, but the arms aren't staying up on mine, so there was no lock-in point, which is a shame. It was a really cool. It's a really nice figure, but the arms need work. All right, now for the fun part. Let me get him and the other two transformed into their alt mode. Okay, here he is back from transformation, and I guess he's supposed to be a fire truck. We'll go with that. Now I did see the animation design, and not quite there, but close enough. So here he is. It's stuff that you already seen already in robot mode. The cab of the truck is his body, or the body is the cab of the truck, you should say. Big translucent window. Again, you got the grill, silver yellows in the front with the Autobot logo here. Here it is from the side. Now the one thing is, like with Bulkhead, the canopy actually covers all this, so this is kind of like a little on the sloppy side back here. Guess you could put that like that, but they want you to put it down. It's supposed to like tab in or something like that. And then you have the ladder right here. Here's the back. Here it is from the top. And then the bottom. Folds, it cleans up pretty well. Like, you don't see the robot bits really. And you do see his feet hanging out at the back here. Now let's show off where the accessories will go on this figure. So you do have two options for the weapon storage. Put them in the same place you have in robot mode with the slots over here. So you can put them on that way and over here. And now let me show you the second way. Just made that up, but you can put on the side here, there are slots where you could put them on both sides. But I feel like that this should be, it's a water hose. I think it should have been like somewhere worked into the top part of the vehicle. You do have this piece here, but the tab doesn't tab in on this. I feel like it's a missed opportunity to have this. Okay, so it's not a review if I don't drop something, I'll tell you that much. You know, I was just fooling around with things. Maybe I could go here, but no. So the best thing I could do is put it on like this and have that look going on. But you also could take it and put it on the side here if you wanted to. I don't think it really could fit over here though. Let me see. Let me try to get it lined up. There we go. You could do that if you wanted to. Yeah, I kind of wish it could have pegged to the top. The best I could do is what I just showed. But you do have storage in the back if you wanted to. Here he is next to Bulkhead, and from the side profile, you can see Bulkhead's a lot cleaner. And I like how they have this covering everything, where this is just, They both have the ugly feet sticking out in the back. But yeah, so that's what he looks like with his mold mate. Here he is with Chase. Got a cop car. I love the cop car on this. I really do. I like the pipes. I like how this thing just looks in alt mode. Solid, very solid looking too. Very solid car. And here he is with Heatwave. You see how they look. Again, if he had more paint and his arms were better, I would like the mold better. Wish the arms would have clipped in better. And you can see the size difference. He's a big chunk of a bot. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was my look at Age of the Primes Rescue Bot Heatwave. I did Google some images of Heatwave to see what he looked like, because I'm not familiar with the rescue bots at all. and the likeness is there. It's not 100% accurate at all. No, it's not. But they, it's their take, modern take for the Chug line. I do like the head sculpt, and you can see here, I turned on the backlight, you can kind of see the light piping coming through. So it's got the slits for the eyes that makes the glow, which looks really nice. That right there is really good, probably the best part of the figure for me. I don't like the weapons. I don't mind that axe being translucent, but I kind of wish this was painted in a different color, more of a solid color, maybe red and silver, kind of like match his body colors. And then in alt mode, the back looks unfinished. Unfortunately, the good thing with Bulkhead is that he's got this canopy that covers the back, and even on him it looks ugly without the canopy, but the canopy covers all that up. He doesn't have that issue, and the weapon storage on alt mode is severely lacking. There's no place for the water hose or the water guns. I'm gonna call them water guns to be mounted. I feel like they should be mounted on top. The one option I showed is the only option I could see that works. The weapon storage for the axe in alt mode is fine, but I wish they did something with this where it could, clip it to the top of the car somewhere. So let me end it here, and let's see how he fares in my top 10 list for Age of the Primes. So stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy your toys. Crazy Eats is out.